So today we're going to be talking about the T30. Now this is more of a heavy tank than a tank destroyer. It's just how it is. The whole entire line is kind of like this. Apart from maybe the tier 7, which is the T25-2. When you get to the T28 prototype, you are having to play this more like a heavy tank because it's quite slow. It has some armor most of the time, but it plays more like a heavy tank than a tank destroyer. And to be honest, when you get to a T30, it might not be worth going to the E4, because the E4 is kind of more of the same, but just a bit worse. The E4 has a much bigger cupola to hit, although you don't really have to, well, exactly hit this cupola to pen it, because you could go directly through the top of the tank, you could go for the cheeks on either side, because it's not that well armored. This is exactly the same turret at tier 7 that you get on the T29 as you do at tier 9, and it is nowhere close to being as OP as a T29's turret, because it is now 2 tiers higher. To show you what I mean, this is what the T30 looks like when it's firing against itself. I can basically overmatch a lot of the roof, and I can go straight through above the gun mantlet right here. These are only around about 290 to 300 to actually pen them. And against heat or something like that, most tanks are going to have 330 heat plus at this tier, and then you're going to meet tier 10s. It doesn't necessarily have armor against its own tier and higher. But against lower tiers, this thing is an absolute bully. Also, just one thing to watch out for is that this is only 38mm thick, so 120 caliber guns and higher easily going to go through you. You only need a 114mm caliber gun to actually overmatch the top of the T30's roof, and to also overmatch the top of the tank. But there's not really much point of shooting that little bit when you could just go straight through the hole. Yes, it's probably better than the E4, but it's not like some god tier hold down monster. Now, equipment for this tank, we are going to be using HP turbo and rammer, but we also have a second loadout where we have IU, vents, and rammer. Now, this one is going to be mainly for the city maps, brawling, stuff like that, and then this one is going to be more reserved for if we need to be going a little bit further away. So if we're going to be playing, say, I don't know, even Fisherman's Bay, for example, if we are going to be playing at a little bit more distance, I'd much rather have this kind of setup than having the extra health and the extra speed, because let's be honest, Fisherman's Bay, you don't really move much in it. So yes, this is the setup, this is the crew. I am on the press account, as you're probably aware. I did make a new crew, even though that it doesn't really make a difference past like a certain point of skills. They're more just nice to haves. They don't really change the tank drastically, like a lot of people think. Like, truth be told, if you suck with this crew, or you're really good with this crew, the extra crew members with the skills are not going to be much of a difference. Now, for field mods, obviously we're going with the standard TD setup, because this is a TD, even though that it looks way more like a heavy tank than anything else. We're going left, right, right, as you would with every single tank destroyer in the game. There is no point of changing any of these. Even if you're a sniping tank destroyer, never change any of these. Now, for number 7, we are going for the right hand side, which is plus 2 km/h to the top reverse speed, whereas the left hand side would be plus 5% concealment. This thing doesn't need concealment. It's a heavy tank at the end of the day. Alright, it's not a tank destroyer. Anyway, let's go and play some games. Yes, so for our first game, we have Serene Coast with 3 artillery in a tier 10 game. We are using HP turbo rammer, and we are going down to the GF line, the 9 line. So we will see how that goes. Now, one thing also to note is that the gun has 276 standard rounds, but it goes kind of slow, 870 shell velocity, and then its premium rounds are only 320 alpha. Sorry, 320 pen, with 750 alpha on both, obviously. Now, for a tank destroyer, it's kind of low, but at the same time, it's kind of a heavy tank, more of a heavy tank, and that's one of the reasons why you might want to, you know, play the E4 over this thing. It's just purely for that pen. The pen difference between them is quite a bit. Like, you get 375mm of APCR pen with the E4, whereas only 320 on this. So let's see what we can do, it appears that most people have gone to C1, even with free artillery, which is interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. Maybe, I don't know if we can actually get a shot on this guy. Maybe as he, if he crosses over. Okay, well, we miss our shot, but we'll just back off. And go down now. Let's see if we can actually get some shots off a bit closer. That Progetto being at the very back of the map is going to be a little bit annoying. I don't really have a shot on that K91 either. That's not the most intelligent move from the bat chat. I won't lie. Again, this this T10, 330 heat, can be an issue. I mean, not if he does that though. He has so many things wrong with his tank. He had his ammo rack, he had his tracks blown out, he's got his gun knocked out nearly. So he's got a damaged gun. I started using Eagle Eye on all my... I saved you, no problem. I started using Eagle Eye on most of my crews recently. Because it's just funny watching it. Like, you look at a tank and you just see so many issues with it. Lit up like a Christmas tree. But at the moment, it seems that, well, I mean, it seems like we're winning, sort of. I mean, the main problem we have is that Progetto is still there. I might try and cross the bridge. Do we have shots here? Should really try and get some of these guys out the game. We might have a shot in a second. I'm not too sure. I honestly cannot remember where the buildings are. Wait, there's a shot here though. Very nice. That Progetto drowned, by the way. I don't know why you would drown yourself. Wonderful. We get them cleared out. Very nice. This isn't a great game by any means, but okay. I mean, hopefully we can get a few more shots out. Kind of want to spot some stuff as well. If we can spot this Leo at the back, maybe even the STRVs there. Always kill. Aww. Always kill artillery, but it missed. Always shoot to kill the artillery, even if it's on 1 health. Get rid of scum. Okay, the Leo is there. Just gotta wait for the... There we go. Wait for the Leo to get spotted again. One thing that I will say is that this doesn't get that much health. Because this is with HP boost, and we only have 1,800 hit points. Compared to the Tortoise, for example, like that has 2k. Man, really? You're actually just blocking everyone now? Yeah, okay. Good job, Phase 1. I swear, it's always a Phase 1 driver that just gets in the way. No camo as well. Well, 2k damage. Wow, great. Yeah, I mean, the 140 had a good game. Everyone else, done nothing. Very cool. But yeah, this doesn't get a lot of hit points. Because even the Tortoise, which is not really the closest competition, but it's the same type of style. You play it like a heavy tank. But that gets 2k. Yeah, that gets 2k base. And then obviously you can put HP boost on that. So this tank feels very, very, very weird having such little hit points. And if we don't have HP, we go all the way down to 1,650. That's tier 8 heavy tank level health. And I get that it's not meant to be a heavy tank, but I mean, come on. This isn't a tank destroyer. Okay, well, for our next game, we're against tier 8s, which is very, very good for us. Like, extremely good for us, because as we mentioned, the armor is not really that great against tier 9 and tier 10. But against tier 8, it's really, really good. They have to then go for your, you know, your cupola or the hull armor of your tank. So if you go hull down, you stand more of a chance of actually bouncing something. But we are going to be going into the city, and we are going to be trying to get some shots on anyone that crosses early on. Although, let's be honest, we're not that fast. So, I mean, maybe someone's very, very delayed in doing this. Oh. Someone cross here, maybe? Oh, of course, it's a Vipera, which I cannot pen. Wonderful. Oh, go forward. Score. Thank you. Well done. I'm sure he enjoyed his time playing World of Tanks. Yep. He enjoyed himself. I'm also going to load APCR here for the Vipera. Let's see. As he backs off, I'm going to shoot. Not quite. There's a flat bit which I can pen. But I might even need to, like, roll the pen roll pretty decently to be able to do that. I never really noticed this piece of wood here. I don't know why that TNH is still there, to be fair. It's a bit weird. It's like he just wants to die. It's an oh-ho as well. Oh! We'll try again in a second. Might even be able to pen this this Emil. That'd be quite funny if I did. I need to high roll the pen at that point though. If he does that though, I can shoot his cupolas. Just not super easy to do. Yeah, okay. So we hit that cupola, but we can't hit the Progetto 54. Whatever you say, game. I believe you. Oh! Friends have come to play with us. Wonderful. I'll load AP here. Don't need APCR for this. Did he forget I was there? Interesting players that I'm against. Very good. We just wait 4 seconds. Very cool. I can actually overmatch the entirety of this Conqueror. Watch this. Boop. Straight overmatch through the turret roof. Very cool. I bet you he is loving life right now. Now we're going to go for this oh ho ho ho. More like oh no. We just do a little bit of maneuvering. Good evening. Boop. Don't even need to aim properly. We can just auto aim at him and pen basically everywhere. And now we progress forwards to further decimate this guy's life choices of playing this this Conqueror. No, okay, artillery done that for him. I honestly don't want to shoot this guy. I feel sorry for that TNH. Like genuinely, I feel sorry for that TNH. I might give him a shot of damage. Come on. Come on. Yeah, have your shot of damage. Man, I'm trying to be nice, okay? Just give you... take your shot of damage. Well done. Wonderful. Now, hello. Oh, well, I missed, so unlucky. He got one shot of damage at least out of this game. Alright, let's further progress forwards. Oh, God. I don't know if I can see this Vipera or not through here. I don't think so. We're going to have to move all the way around here. We can take a shot from him, and he cannot take a shot from me, so... Well, he's even hiding. Preserving his hit points for me. What a wonderful person. Hello, friend. Thank you so much for waiting. Okay. 3.7. That's a good game. That is a very, very good game. Very enjoyable. That was a lot better than the last one. And we have it in the Scorpion GGT. Yes. So, a very, very good game. That was his only bit of damage. I feel a little bit nicer now. You know, I gave him a little bit of damage out of it. I tracked him at the start. He lost basically every single bit of his health. He was on a one shot to anyone. At least I gave him a little bit of damage. He only has 20,000 games. 48%. He's average, you know? I'm helping him. Anyway, third and final game. Ah, yes. Mountain Pass. Wonderful. Let's choose this one. One, because we haven't used it yet with this loadout. And two, because maybe it will actually help us shoot the cross. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Is anyone going to be spotting this? Man, I can't really spot it either, so it's a little bit annoying. Maybe the G-Saw's going to spot it? We have a Barask, he could have spotted it. Will the G-Saw get the spotting? Let's see. I mean, he might spot someone, I don't know. Really, no one is going to spot this? Okay. That's interesting. I'm actually going to go to the bridge. I am going to go to the bridge. And we'll go with this Tiger 2. And, oh! Look at my friends arriving at the bridge. This is one of the first times, maybe not one of the first times, but a long time since I've seen people cross the bridge to this side. Wait, I can HE pen that 5120. 1 second. Hold the line. He's not having fun. That's 1,061 damage. Aha! He's no longer gaming is the correct terminology. Hello E75, greetings. Would you like to receive some damage as well? You can actually pen this little ball here. See if he knows. Jesus! He moved away from that instantly. That was some, like, Neo reaction time. Let's try again, shall we? He didn't escape that one. We even high rolled as well. Still that T103. Is there a lava there as well? I think. Oh, hell. Bloody hell! Don't know if that lava is still there. I mean, if I shot where he was. He had 1,000 health. 1,100 since he was last spotted. I'm sorry, Tiger 2. I didn't mean to block you. Oh, look, he's very well hold down there, actually. And this game is pretty much already over, though. We get 3k combined, which is good. I'll load APCR, because this lava is actually going to be a problem. There we go. Very, very good. We even get a little bit of spotting on that. It's a good game. It's a good enough game. Got that HE pen. Oh, I love HE penning things. Like, when the gun is kind of like this. Right? Not like FVs. Like, that's boring. But when the gun is kind of like you have to aim for weak spots, not just like the entire tank's a weak spot, like with the FV. Or you miss and you still do like 1k damage with the FV 4005. Like, that's boring. That's like completely skillless. But like if you aim and you HE pen someone, you got 90 pen, at least we aimed for the cupolas, etc. So I don't know, it kind of feels nice, especially on like the S-Conk as well, for example. We have 140 pen and start to HE pen people like that and they don't expect it. That's fun. I don't think we're going to get anything more out of this game though. There's still a T30 that hasn't been spotted yet. Which is actually a little bit worrying. He's got 1 kill as well. Oh, hello. Interesting. I should reload faster than you. I mean, you're using HP boost, but you don't have... Why? Wait, why? Can I jump on him? Hang on. Come on, please. Go on. No. Stop dying. I'm coming. Ah. Don't worry, we'll push him down the hill. There you go. Wonderful. Graceful descent. So 3.1, nearly 3.2 with 1.1k assistance. Very, very nice. Yeah, the T30 is a solid vehicle. We get 3k damage, nearly 1k assistance. It's a good tank. It's not always going to be a good tank though. Like, it's going to be in situations where the game's too fast, or the enemy team don't play the game, for example. Like, if everyone just camps, this is going to be a kind of an annoying tank to play with, because you're a little bit too slow to kind of chase that damage. But for the most part, when you're brawling, you have that big 750 alpha to actually just trade. Like, for example, a lot of people say, oh, so-and-so tank's awful. Like, the Type 5s, people will say it's awful. But with the Type 5, you can use your hit points to then trade effectively. And the same kind of thing goes with the T30. That if someone puts 400 alpha into you, and you return 750, you've made a very good trade out of that. Like, sure, you don't have as many hit points as like a Type 5 does, but you still have enough. And sometimes you're going to bounce stuff, especially if you're playing at lower tiers. Like, this thing, when it sees tier 7s, which is just dumb, by the way, completely dumb that this thing can see tier 7, it can basically wipe 2/3 of its hit points out with one shot. It could 2-tap tier 8s. It's not really very nice to be on the receiving end of one of these, but there you go. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, then you know what to do. Also, make sure you come by the stream. Tomorrow on Wednesday, the 19th of July, there will be another tank request stream where you can then vote for any tank you want, and I will go and play it. So I'll make sure that I'll leave the link in the description or in the pinned comment, and hopefully I'll see you there. See you later.